We have been thinking about repentance and self-justification using the story of the prodigal son and his older brother. Today, we will think further about repentance and self-justification from another story, which is the story of the Garden of Eden of Adam and Eve. This is a very old story written by or spoken by a very wise person who lived somewhere in the world. This story contains some very important truths about human life. Garden of Eden is a very beautiful place full of fruit trees and flowers and animals living peacefully. The owner of the garden is none other than God. And two people take care of the garden, Adam and Eve, a couple. Now these two people are in excellent relationship between each other. They are in very good relationship with the animals there and also with the landlord, God. Every day the landlord would come there to visit them, and the landlord would spend some time there with them. Very good relationship. Now, the Garden of Eden is almost like heaven. It's a picture of how we want our world to be like. A world full of love, joy, and peace. So now the writer of the story, or the one who said this story first, is telling us that our world was originally like that. The world was created like that, like heaven. But however, later, it has become a hell. And our world continues to be a hell today. There's no love, there's no joy, there's no peace. So now the question is, how did a heaven-like world has become a hell-like world? So that's what the author of the story tells us. The author of the story gives an answer to the question in the story. Let's find out what it is. Now, Adam and Eve have the freedom to eat from all the trees except one tree. Now, the landlord gives them a warning. Do not eat from that one particular tree. If you eat from that, you will die. So, it's a warning. Now, they agree with it at the beginning, but then later on, a snake comes into the picture. Now, they become friends with the snake. Now, the snake convinces them that it's not just like the landlord said. It's actually a harmless tree. Not only it is harmless, it is a good tree. It does good. So eating from the tree is good. So now they are convinced of the snake, and they decided to eat that fruit. Now Eve got it first, and she shared it with Adam, and both of them ate. Now, as soon as they ate, they saw some remarkable differences in them. They noticed that they suddenly became aware of their nakedness, and they became so much scared of God. They didn't know how God would react. Now, immediately they covered their nakedness with some leaves, and they sat behind a tree. They hid behind a tree. They didn't have the courage to face God, the landlord. Now in the evening, the landlord comes to visit them. Now, he doesn't see them anywhere there. Now he immediately realized that there's something wrong. He called, Adam, where are you? Now Adam and Eve come out of their hidden place, and they present themselves before God. Now God asked them, did you eat from the tree? Now they admitted, yes. But Adam said, I am not responsible. This woman you gave me the fruit and I ate. So she is to blame. I am not responsible. Now God turned towards the woman, and the woman also said a similar answer. She said, this snake that you put in the garden tempted me and I ate. So that snake is to blame. It's not my responsibility. Now what is happening there? Both of them are putting the blame on somebody else, ultimately on God. You are to blame. You are the one who caused all this. So they are not willing to take the responsibility of their crime, their misdeed. Now the storyteller is telling us that the world, the heaven-like world, has become a hell-like world because of this, that we are not willing to take responsibility for our actions. Adam and Eve could have done something else. Instead of putting the responsibility on somebody else, they could have said like this, Lord, I know that I did a mistake. I'm sorry. It's my fault. It's my fault. I'm sorry. And I'm willing to take any punishment for that. Eve also could have said like that. Now, instead of saying, I'm sorry, they put the blame on somebody else. Now, our world is like this today because of this. That none of us are willing to take responsibility for our actions. We always put the blame on somebody else.